Third trend, I think it's third, is the whole area of analytics. I said I'd come back to this. Let me tell you the story of Macmillan. Amtrak, by the way, is an interesting one. They're one of our customers. Millions of customers visit Amtrak a day. I know exactly how often you travel and where you travel and what class of service you travel and whether it's a single ticket or a double ticket. It's an enormous opportunity to really understand who you are. So Bart goes from Washington, D.C. to New York City on business class to visit Armani, Macmillan, and others. But I don't travel it on the weekend because I have better things to do. And so what they're very clever to do is say, hey, Bart, what if we throw in a couple of weekend tickets? You buy one and we'll give you, for the 2 kids and your wife, free tickets. And all of a sudden that came across in a real-time analytical engine on the website where I got an offer that I couldn't refuse. So there's analytics and understanding customers and using the profile. But let me tell you the story of Macmillan, because this is a devastating story. So you all know Macmillan is a very well-known book publisher, New York City, German family, corporate. So did you all read the same thing I read in the article in the paper a couple of weeks ago that Borders is about to close their stores? So there were basically 3 channels of distribution for Macmillan. One was Borders, one was Barnes & Noble's, and one was Amazon.com. So think about if 1/3 of distribution channel just announced they're shutting down. The other third, it's more than a third, it's half, Amazon.com, they don't like to share information with publishers. What they know about the customer is Amazon's strength. It's not going to be shared with Macmillan. You can go to hell, Macmillan. That's my customer, not yours. So you're down to 1 distribution channel, Barnes & Noble's, which is, it's not bad, but you know, that's like running on a third of a leg. 20% of all books are today ebooks. The forecast is 50% within the next 2 years. So by the way, if you're reading paperbacks like I like to, you know, get modern. And my kids say to me, Dad, get real, get modern, go get a Kindle or a Snook or whatever they may be, okay? So here's the dilemma at corporate headquarters at Macmillan. Two-thirds of the distribution channel, non-cooperative, one out of business, one doesn't want to give you information. More and more people going to ebooks, and you, Macmillan, do not know your customer. You do not know who buys your books. You do not know who loves romance, and you do not know who loves science fiction. And yet they're all buying ebooks, and you're not a part of the game. Now, the easy response is, strategically, I will go into the ebook business, and I will sell books off my website, which is a strategy. But they didn't buy it because that's not the business they're in. They're editors, and you know, they're book publishers, so they didn't see themselves in the business. So what they've spent a lot of time in doing is understanding who buys Macmillan books. They've created Tor.com, if you're in science fiction and romances, all different types of sites in the web, Macmillan.com, where there's an interchange. There's offers, you get to meet the author, you get the chapter in advance, and people are like fanatic when they read certain romances and science fiction. So now there's a little over 1 million subscribers we know an awful lot of information about. And what we're doing now, right this minute, is we're mining that data with some fantastic tools that are now available, analytical tools, to better understand the profile of my customer. To better understand if that is my profile, and by the way, you append data to get a more comprehensive profile. Are you with me? So third party appends. You get the profile. Now we ask this question. Given that, can I get more that look like this? Well, the first question you ask is, are those that are currently buying from you, do they have a propensity to buy more and look like that? So you're going to work with your own internal customer, right? People that are buying that you know about. Then you're going to go outside with lists and various acquisition vehicles, and you're going to match the profile and try to get more customers. But that could have never been done without the analytical capability that is now available in, you know, whether it's digital marketing or other type of engines. And, you know, it's logically a computer does very good at X and, you know, zeros and ones but we don't need all that stuff. We only need the output, the reports, the analytics of what it tells me. And so it's a good thing to see that the industry is finally catching up to what is the place where it should have been 10 years ago, and that is good analytical capability. But that's a definite trend. There are tremendous tools that are available. You must invest in those. This type of selling and marketing and servicing, it's a must. So that's another trend I'd like.